Now Nick Owen introduces the Skate Electric British Challenge.
The Skate Electric British Challenge is Britain's biggest club skating event. It's a lively, exhilarating holiday competition. Today, the Midlands Division are defending the title they've won for the past 3 years. Welcome to the John Nike Leisure Complex in Bracknell, where this year's title tussle's about to get underway. It's the climax to months of hard work by all the skaters who've had to win through qualifying rounds to reach the grand final. The competition's unique in its format, with skaters of all ages taking part in the figure skating, the speed skating, the ice dance, and the spectacular show numbers, which really capture the spirit of the event and can hold the key to the whole competition. I mentioned the age range. Well, amongst the burgeoning talent are competitors as young as 7. And there are experienced skaters such as British pairs champions Cheryl Peake and Andrew Naylor, who've performed at the very highest level. And another British champion, Stuart Horsepool, will be storming around the rink in the speed skating. And with the show numbers, it all explodes into a colourful finale. Well, with me is Nikki Slater. Nikki, it's a terrific achievement just for the skaters to have got here in the first place, isn't it?
It is. What we don't see is the 16 heats that they have to go through in the 2 semi-finals. And what we see is the best skater from each region. So in the first instance, you're actually skating against everybody in your region, and the best one will come out of that. And it's great experience because not only are you bringing the skaters into contact with people from their different regions in like a competitive atmosphere, you're also then making them part of a team, and it gives them a broader perspective on competition as a whole, and I'm sure it helps them overall in their careers.
And not inconsiderable prize money, really, is it?
It's not, no. I mean, everybody that skates today, if they win their little group, they get £100 for their club. And that's a lot of money. And overall, £10,000 in the whole kitty, over £4,000 today. It's a lot. And I think that puts a little bit more edge on it for the skaters, but not so much. They're just so excited. Talking to some of them, like Martin Forrest is a little guy, super skater, but he was saying he got to bed at 11:30 last night, couldn't get to sleep till 1 and woke up at 5, and he's terrific, you know.
What is interesting is there's a different system of marking, isn't there?
There's the marking on the show number, which is different. The judges actually have a single section to look at. One will look at maybe the way the choreography is done, one will look at the technical content, another one will look at the entertainment value. So what each judge has to account for just that little area, I think this is a great idea. It happens in World Professional Championships, and to me it would be great if it went across into the amateur arena too, because at the moment a judge looks at the whole picture and has to keep a lot in their mind. But if one judge just had to look at the jumps, they'd be maybe under a little less stress and able to give a better result.
You looking forward to it?
I am, yes. The ages of the people that are doing it and the cross-section of the standards is interesting, and the fact that everybody gets so excited and the team spirit, it just makes a terrific day.
Thanks, Nikki. Well, there are 4 teams involved from up and down the country, the North East, the South, London and the Midlands. We'll start with the figure skating as Nikki goes off to join our commentator Simon Reed.
Thanks, Nick. We start with the junior ladies section of free skating, and that is based on standard, not on age. And the first we see is the 13-year-old from the Queen's Club representing London. Here's Jamie Spiteri. And in the junior section, the routine, just 2 minutes.
Good opening, Jamie picking a Spanish theme, and the dress fits in with that, and the arm movements, as you can see, fit in with the whole concept.
Double flip, double toe combination.
And she's pulling off the jumps nicely, and the artistic impression is very good indeed, but she does need a little bit more speed and flow over the ice to emphasize that more to the judges.
Travel, but a fine build and spin for a 13-year-old. And Jamie Spiteri wins the junior ladies section for London. Now to the junior men's event, and the man we're going to see now is the 11-year-old from the northeast, from Whitley Bay. In fact, had an outstanding performance in the semi-final where he was the young man of the tournament. Martin Forrest.
I was talking to Martin this morning, and he said he got to bed at 11:30, eventually got to sleep at 1 and was up at 5, and he was telling me he was really going for the personality of the competition because he'd won it before, and the way he skates with his style, bouncing and pulling off the jumps, he could well do that.
Inclined to put the hand down at the end of the jumps.
He has a natural flair and showmanship. And it also does help greatly that you're only 11 and the others are older than you.
Yes, he's pretty eye-catching, all right. Lovely double flip there. Showed a bit of strength holding on to that double salcho. Not phased at all, and Martin Forrest wins the junior men's section for the northeast. Now on to the senior ladies, and here's the northeast's representative from Whitley Bay again, Sharon Coulson, the British Primaries champion last year. Here for the senior ladies, 3 minutes.
gets a lot of speed over the ice and has particularly good landings on the jumps. When they come off right, they really do flow on the landing edges, which is very important. Nice combination leading off with a double axel.
Double Lutz, double loop combination.
And it's all coming together very nicely. There's only one thing though on the jumps, she does tend to lean too far forward for the takeoff, and that's something she'll have to work on to eradicate, to get a little bit of a better posture on that takeoff section. She's kept it going all the way through. Good spins, good jumps, and excellent presentation with smiles as well.
Yes, the Northeast, I think they've got another winner here. Tremendous confidence, showmanship, and the jumps all the way through look rock solid.
There's a combination with two double loops.
2 sets of marks, the first for technical merit, 147, the rest for 8s, those the best so far. And for artistic impression, it was surprisingly not as good, but she's still in the lead at the moment, Sharon Coulson for the Northeast. And now we move on to last year's winner, the girl who was 7th in the British Senior Championships from Nottingham, representing the Midlands, 20-year-old Jeanette Smith.
Jeanette, a very strong and elegant skater. Disastrous start on the double loop, just didn't get enough height, didn't look to have the commitment in the jump. Pulled out of that double axel, took a long time to get ready for it, but just decided not to go for it.
And an extra turn in between those combination jumps, and she's looking very nervy at the start, in marked contrast to her demeanour last year.
And going for that double axel again, as you'll notice in competitions, a lot of the skaters place a hard jump on a certain part of the rink, and she'd done it in exactly the same part as the first trial, but it was even worse that time. Coming off the back outside edge on that Lutz, making it a flip, which is an easier jump.
And again, no confidence, no commitment into that axel. It's going from bad to worse, I'm afraid, and we could have a surprise winner.
Be a day that Jeanette just wants to put behind her and forget, and it's just not her skating.
Yes, that wasn't the girl we saw in last year's British Challenge.
Well, she is a super skater, making the doubles look so easy, but today just wasn't the day when it was all coming together. Double axels weren't working, but still graceful. She has to put this behind her and look to the next competition.
2 sets of marks. Sharon Coulson's are the marks to aim for technical merit, 3.9 up to 4.1. They should be better for artistic, but will they be good enough? No, they're not. And Jeanette Smith finishes in 4th place. The winner of the senior ladies is Sharon Coulson. And now we move on to the men's competition. And here's the 18-year-old who 3 times won the British Junior Championships. From Nottingham, representing the Midlands, 18-year-old Lee Yip. Triple toe loop, the first of the competition. Lee, who was 3rd in the British Senior Championships last year. Very solid start.
And for this level, for the senior men, they've had a very short warm-up time. And one of the judges was saying to me that maybe they should look at extending that because it's likelihood of pulling muscles. But so far it's going well. A little bit too deliberate in the setup to the jumps, but apart from that, it's nice artistry as we've known to expect from Lee.
Stumbled out of that triple salto, but his second triple, he's in a class of his own in this men's competition.
He was trying to rotate before he'd actually got into the air, the idea being that you jump first then turn, so didn't have much chance with that double axel.
Lee Yip will be one of the main contenders for Stephen Cousins' British title later this year.
Well, quite a good performance. There's the first triple, but to me he needs more conviction in his artistry. More oomph in the whole performance will lift the marks.
Again, the two sets. Looks down and sees that they're plenty good enough. 4.8 up to 5.3 for technical merit, and for artistic 4.9 up to 5.2. He wins the title. We'll be back with the climax of the free skating with the British pairs champions Cheryl Peake and Andrew Naylor right after this break. Welcome back to the Skate Electric British Challenge from Bracknell. The South need a boost, and they may well get it here. They should do. 5 times British pairs champions from this Bracknell rink. Cheryl Peake and Andrew Naylor.
And Andrew and Cheryl definitely out to make a point. NSA judges here, and they weren't, of course, selected to go to the World Championships.
Bit of a problem there on that triple twist. Cheryl pumping into Andrew's chest.
The lady trying to rotate 3 times in the air and be caught by the man. That could have been very nasty.
For a double loop.
Nice walk through. And it's good to see the unison in the arms, following through all the movements and making it look like a choreographic whole. It's very nice.
Side jumps looking a lot stronger. And that their best move so far, the throw triple salchow.
Tabletop, but Andrew's arms just a little bit bent.
Well, that was a significant performance. Cheryl Peake and Andrew Naylor showing that they're determined to come back in style this year and to remain, as far as they're concerned, the #1 pair in the country.
Well, good performance. Here's the throw triple salchow, but they do need more speed. It's a little bit toppy at the moment on top of the ice. They're not using their ankles enough, but apart from that, they'll be very pleased with today.
And the marks way above anything we've seen. 4.7 up to 5.3. And for the artistic, 4.5 up to 5.3. They win the pairs section. But Cheryl and Andrew's win, I'm afraid, only puts the South in 3rd place.
London in the lead, and the defending champions, the Midlands, lying 4th and last. Well, in a moment, we've the pace and peril of the speed skating, but right now it's time for the ice dance as we rejoin Nikki and Simon.
And we start with the North-East representative in the seniors event, Sarah Taylor and Michael Hall. Sarah 12 years old, Michael 14 from the Ashfield Club. They've been skating together for only 6 months. This is their Starlight Waltz.
And the Starlight, quite a difficult dance to do. The next bit coming up with a 3-turn section. You have to keep a tight hold of the lady. Michael doing it very well. Nice alignment of the legs. And although they haven't got the speed, they're doing it very well.
Into the junior section now, and representing the Midlands, Elizabeth O'Loughlin, just 13 years old, and Christopher Smith, 15 years old, from Solihull. They only started skating together in these Skate Electric Championships, a regional competition back in November '89, and they've obviously advanced a lot since then.
An easier dance than the Starlight, and they're skating it very nicely indeed. But Christopher needs to get his feet together on the Mohawk. That's just coming up now.
Still with the Midlands, into the senior event now, and Cheryl Rushton and Colin Sturgis with their variation dance, both 22 years old, from Solihull. Remember Cheryl? She used to skate with Mark Poole, and they were in the British Championships.
This dance, based on a compulsory dance, you start and end with a compulsory dance and put your own steps in the middle. And the judges looking for the innovative quality, the flow over the ice, and the way it fits to the music.